you know, like Nick was in my life in a major way.
And now we're losing her to an Eastern crook. No one will testify.
Nick saved my life. I don't have that in the book, you know? So the moment that, and I'll try not to go off on too long of a tangent, but the moment I got in a fight with my wife, I have red cords on, I'm 20 years old, I have a 6-month-old kid. They were probably OPs. Yeah. I had no shoes. I had no shirt on. I was in some kind of like frenetic rage or whatever. And I'm walking down the street on Columbus Avenue by 85th Street between 85th and 86th. And I look to my left, or 84th. I looked to my left and I somehow never had seen him before, locked eyes with Nick Nolte. And I knew at that moment, I was looking at him, seeing my future, and he was looking at me, seeing his past. Wow. And I was like, it was just a moment. And it wasn't actor to actor. It was actor to some crazy dude on the street. You know what I mean? So you take that, and then that story turns into Philip Seymour Hoffman, and me talking to him, and him having one foot in the direction that he wanted to go, which was away from me, and the other one that was willing to hear me out a little bit. Cut to, you know, how many years later I'm doing a scene with Nick Nolte. This close. And we're breathing. He had this idea of breathing in the same pattern. He was like, I'm going to kill you, which is in the movie, right? And he said, I'm going to find your breath. And when you breathe in, I'm going to be breathing out. When you breathe, I'm like, this is Nolte. This is the gnarly. You know what I mean? And then later on, I actually got involved deeply in drugs, and he saved my life. And the whole relationship lasted up until very recently, until I moved.